Your phone buzzes. You reach for it without thinking. A notification pops up, then another, and before you know it, 20 minutes have vanished scrolling through content you won't even remember tomorrow. Your mind feels scattered, restless, unable to focus on anything for more than a few seconds. Sound familiar? This isn't just distraction. This is your brain drowning in overstimulation, and it's stealing your mental clarity, your productivity, and your peace of mind right from under your nose. Right now, your brain is processing more information in a single day than your great-grandparents encountered in an entire lifetime. Every ping, every notification, every tab open on your screen is demanding your attention, pulling your neural circuits in 1,000 different directions. The result is mental exhaustion that no amount of sleep seems to fix, a constant fog that makes even simple decisions feel overwhelming, and an inability to think deeply about anything that actually matters. If you're tired of feeling mentally drained, if you want to reclaim your focus and actually feel present in your own life, then what you're about to discover will change everything. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos that will help you optimize your brain and unlock your full potential. And if this content resonates with you, leave a like to help others find this information. Let's be honest about what's happening here. Your brain wasn't designed for the modern world. Evolution shaped your nervous system over millions of years to handle specific types of stimulation, but we've flooded it with more input than it can possibly handle. The average person now switches between apps and websites over 300 times per day. That's not multitasking. That's self-inflicted attention deficit, and your brain is paying the price. When your brain becomes overstimulated, cognitive overload occurs. Think of your working memory like a mental desk where you process information. This desk only has so much space. Every distraction takes up valuable real estate until there's no room left for anything meaningful. Jim Quick, one of the world's leading brain performance experts, often talks about how our brains are like supercomputers, but we're running too many programs at once. The system slows down, freezes, crashes. That mental fog you feel isn't a personal failing. It's a natural response to information overload. The science behind this is both fascinating and frightening. Every time you shift attention, your brain has to reorient itself. This process, called attention residue, means that part of your focus remains stuck on the previous task even after you've moved on. Researchers have found that it can take over 20 minutes to fully regain deep focus after a single interruption. Now multiply that by the dozens of interruptions most people experience every hour, and you begin to understand why your mind feels like it's constantly running on fumes. Chronic overstimulation actually changes your brain structure. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, focus, and impulse control, starts to weaken. Meanwhile, the parts associated with stress and anxiety become hyperactive. You're essentially rewiring yourself for distraction, anxiety, and shallow thinking. The more overstimulated you become, the more you crave stimulation, creating a vicious cycle remarkably similar to addiction. Your dopamine system is at the heart of this problem. Dopamine isn't actually the pleasure chemical. It's the anticipation chemical. Every time you check your phone or open social media, you get a small dopamine hit from anticipating what you might find. Your brain becomes conditioned to seek these micro-rewards constantly, and over time, you need more stimulation to feel normal. This is why you can't just sit quietly anymore without reaching for your phone. The consequences extend beyond just feeling scattered. Overstimulation impacts memory formation. When your brain is constantly distracted, information never makes it from short-term to long-term memory. You read things and forget them immediately. Your brain is so busy processing endless new input that it never consolidates anything meaningful. Sleep quality takes a massive hit as well. Your brain needs downtime to process experiences, but when you're overstimulated right until sleep, your nervous system remains in high alert. Your mind races with disconnected thoughts, and even when you fall asleep, the quality is poor. So how do we fix this? The solution isn't to completely disconnect from modern life. It's about strategic intervention, about creating specific practices that give your brain the recovery it desperately needs. The first powerful strategy is stimulus fasting. Just as intermittent fasting gives your digestive system a break, Stimulus fasting gives your brain a break from constant input. Create periods in your day with minimal stimulation. No phone, no music, no podcasts, no reading, no scrolling. Start with just 10 minutes. Sit quietly, go for a walk without headphones, or simply stare out a window. Your brain will resist intensely at first. That discomfort is actually proof you need this practice. You're detoxing from constant stimulation. During these stimulus fasts, your brain activates the default mode network, a state that only occurs when you're not focused on external stimuli. This is when your brain does its deepest processing, makes creative connections, consolidates memories, and solves problems. Your best ideas and clearest insights will emerge not when you're consuming more information, but when you finally give your brain space to breathe. The second strategy involves monotasking, the deliberate practice of doing one thing at a time with full attention. Pick a single task, eliminate distractions, and commit to working on just that one thing for a set period. Start with 25 minutes. This might sound simple, but for an overstimulated brain, it's incredibly challenging. Each time you resist the urge to switch tasks, you're literally strengthening neural pathways associated with sustained attention. The third intervention is controlling your environment, particularly your digital environment. Your overstimulated brain didn't happen by accident. It's the result of deliberately engineered technology designed to capture your attention. Social media platforms employ teams of neuroscientists to make their products as addictive as possible. The solution is to make distraction harder and focus easier. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Remove social media apps from your phone home screen or delete them entirely. Use website blockers during work hours. Put your phone in another room when you need to focus. These environmental changes dramatically reduce how often your attention gets hijacked. Physical movement serves as another crucial tool for calming overstimulation. When your brain is stuck in racing thoughts and scattered attention, moving your body creates a circuit breaker. Exercise, particularly rhythmic activities like walking, running, or swimming, naturally downregulates your nervous system. You don't need an intense workout. Even a 15-minute walk, especially in nature, can significantly reduce mental clutter and restore calm. Nature exposure specifically reduces activity in brain parts associated with rumination and worry. Breathwork represents one of the fastest ways to shift your nervous system from overstimulation to calm. Your breath directly communicates with your autonomic nervous system. When overstimulated, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. By deliberately slowing your breath, particularly by extending exhales, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, triggering relaxation. Try box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and repeat. Do this for just 5 minutes, and you'll notice a significant shift. This is a direct intervention that immediately reduces overstimulation. Sleep hygiene becomes absolutely critical. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin and keeps your brain alert. Create a digital sunset in your life. At least 1 hour before bed, eliminate all screens. This single change can dramatically improve how fast you fall asleep and sleep quality. During that final hour, engage in calming activities without screens. Read a physical book, journal, practice gentle stretching, or sit quietly. Your brain needs this transition period to downshift into the restorative state necessary for quality sleep. Mindfulness meditation provides perhaps the most comprehensive solution to overstimulation. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind. It's about training your attention. Every time you notice your mind has wandered during meditation and bring it back to your breath, you're performing a mental push-up. You're strengthening your ability to notice distraction and choose focus. This skill transfers to every area of your life. Start with just 5 minutes per day. Sit comfortably. Focus on your breath, and each time your mind wanders, gently bring it back. That's the entire practice, and it's remarkably effective. The concept of attention nutrition deserves serious consideration. Just as you wouldn't fill your body with junk food and expect energy, you can't fill your mind with junk input and expect mental clarity. Pay attention to how different content affects your mental state. Sensationalized news, outrage-inducing social media, endless scrolling through comparison-triggering images. These are the mental equivalent of processed food. Begin curating what you allow into your attention space. Choose longer-form content over quick hits. Read books instead of articles. Your brain needs depth, not just breadth. Creating technology-free zones in your life acts as a powerful reset mechanism. Designate certain spaces or times as completely device-free. Maybe it's your bedroom, the first hour after you wake up, or meal times. These boundaries give your brain regular periods of reduced stimulation and remind you that you're in control of technology, not the other way around. Many people discover they've completely lost this sense of agency. Reclaiming this control is essential for managing overstimulation. Single tasking extends beyond work into leisure time as well. Watch a movie without scrolling your phone. Have a conversation without checking messages. Eat a meal without screens. These moments might initially feel boring because your overstimulated brain has become addicted to constant input. Push through that discomfort. On the other side is the ability to fully experience a moment, to actually be present in your own life. Your social environment plays an underappreciated role in overstimulation. Surround yourself with people who value depth over constant stimulation, who can hold real conversations without checking phones every few minutes. The people around you either reinforce overstimulated patterns or support more intentional living. Create and protect spaces where deeper engagement is possible. Here's the crucial turning point. Your overstimulated brain isn't permanent. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself, means the same mechanism that allowed overstimulation can also reverse it. Every time you choose focus over distraction, every time you resist checking your phone, every time you engage in these calming practices, you're literally reshaping your brain. Neural pathways associated with sustained attention grow stronger. Pathways associated with compulsive distraction weaken. Most people notice significant changes within 2 to 3 weeks. The mental fog begins to lift. Focus becomes easier. That constant sense of being pulled in every direction starts to fade. The real power comes from understanding you're not fighting your brain. You're working with it, giving it what it actually needs rather than what it's been conditioned to crave. Your brain craves calm, focus, and depth far more than constant stimulation. The overstimulation is an addiction, not a preference. Once you break that cycle, you'll discover a mental clarity you may have forgotten was possible. Tasks that used to feel overwhelming become manageable. Creativity that seemed blocked begins to flow. Anxiety that felt constant starts to ease. This journey requires patience and self-compassion. You'll have days where you fall back into old patterns. That's not failure. That's part of the process. The difference is that now you'll notice it happening. You'll have the awareness and tools to course correct. Your brain isn't broken. It's just been operating in survival mode, overwhelmed by more input than it can handle. And now you know how to bring it back to baseline. The strategies we've covered aren't just temporary fixes. They're foundational practices for thriving in a world that will only become more stimulating and demanding of your attention. The companies competing for your focus will only get better at capturing it. Your defense is a well-trained mind, one that can choose where to direct attention rather than having attention constantly hijacked. This is perhaps the most valuable skill you can develop in the modern world. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button to support this content and help others discover these brain optimization strategies that can genuinely transform how they think, work, and live. Your journey to a calmer, clearer mind starts with the decision to take back control, and that decision starts right now. In a world designed to fragment your attention, your ability to remain focused, present, and mentally clear isn't just an advantage. It's an act of rebellion against a system that profits from your distraction.